as well, he will also be making few announcements about the central government as well. Where now that he's also going to make a huge announcement about his alliance as well. That's what that latest that we are gathering over here. You can see that the crowd, he's also taking selfie with the cadres. You can see that on the ramp, and he's really excited. And the people are dancing, and this song that is playing in the background is a new song which they have composed, and this Vijay himself has sung this song. You can also listen to the background song that is going on, and you can see that Vijay is really happy, and he is also greeting the party cadres as well as his parents. Vijay's mother and father has also arrived at this location, and they're also witnessing this conference. You can see the massive crowd. They are all gathered over here at the second state conference of Tamiliga Vetti Kazhagam.
Vijay, na vara.
With us, please answer me.
Really getting chaos over there on the ramp. People are just trying to jump over the barricades and trying to come meet Vijay and trying to greet him with flower garlands, as well as people are going really crazy about Vijay over here at present, where you can see that it's about 40 degrees Celsius currently in Madurai, where the event is happening right now in Kariyapatti. It's the suburbs of Madurai district, where you can see that the scorching heat. People are still gathered to just have a glimpse of Vijay, where you can also see that the crowd has already, half of the crowd has already got on to the ramp. They're literally, stopped by the, police and the gunmen, but still, people are just going out of control. They're just having they're just having thing to see Vijay. That's all it matters to them. So now that Vijay, is currently back on the stage, where you can see that first the executives of TVK will be addressing this event. Later, Vijay will be the last person to address his speech, his 1-hour speech. Absolutely. Where you can see that, Vijay.
Right. I want to keep asking you to come in there, on your screens right now, Vijay, the second conference in Madurai, where thousands of supporters have gathered for that much anticipated conference/rally. My colleague Ideological breaking it down for us as to what it means for the audience of Vijay, for people watching closely from all quarters of political circles on what Vijay's conference will mean for the Tamil Nadu politics of 2026. Ideological continues to be live with us. Ideological, a very significant event there for Vijay and setting in motion for what it means for TVK for Tamil Nadu elections of 2026.
Yes, this is going to be a massive turnover, because the latest that we are seeing around when we look at the percentage of votes, that's going to divide because of the Vijay's party. It is the current survey that is coming out is around 5% of vote share is going to happen. He's going to break the votes at least 5% in the 2026 election. This is going to be a massive a challenge for either DMK or the BJP AIDMK alliance as well, because TVK is the party where it has been only 2 years since they have launched, because today is the day of the launch of TVK party, but today it's been 2 years that today is the second state conference that they are conducting in a wide manner, where you can see that lakhs of people have gathered at the venue where they are witnessing that today Vijay is going to make few major decisions, and he will also be reading out the manifesto which they will be using it for the 2026 elections. Absolutely. And also there are few important announcement that he will also be making in this in his speech today, which is most awaited speech, I can tell you, because this previously also in the first conference which happened in Ulundarpet in Viluppuram district, at that point conference also he has made few important decisions, but this time he is going to announce and he is going to make few decisions. Also he is going to hit back on the DMK party in Tamil Nadu, and also he is going to hit back on the central government. That's what we are getting to know, where he is going to also make few important announcement, where one of the important announcement will be the alliance. That is the major 100%. Development that everybody is looking over here.
In fact, many are calling it a watershed moment for the Tamil Nadu politics in the year of 2026, comparable to 1967, that is when DMK swept to power, or in fact 1977 for that matter, when MGR's newly formed AIA-DMK swept to power, unsettling a ruling party. And on your screens right now, unfurling of the flag happening as we speak, amid thousands of protesters. Vijay will set the stage for Tamil Nadu elections as far as TVK's political fortune is concerned. Now, Madurai is an interesting choice of venue as well, Jakshi. It's once the seat of the Pandya dynasty, and city has been crucial when it comes to Tamil Nadu's culture, its politics.
Yes, Madurai district is one of the major district, where a lot of political events takes place and a lot of political events takes place, because this venue where exactly right now the TVK is doing its conference, this place, even O. Pannirselvam has also, has done an event at this place recently, which the Madurai, the Murugan conference, which happened also, it happened in the same, location. So this place where exactly this event, the conference is happening, this is one of the major place, I can tell you, because Madurai is a place for politics, because there are a lot of political party leaders, major party leaders who come from Madurai, has also has done their political rallies and political conferences at that venue where now Vijay is standing. Because recently also, I can tell you that EPS has also conducted his campaign in Madurai, and even Kamal Hassan, when he started his party Makkal Nidhi Mayam, also he also conducted a conference at the same venue where around 5 lakh people turnover that we could see in Makkal Nidhi Mayam conference as well. And previously, let me tell you, in 2024, when Vijay conducted his first state conference in Ulundurpet in Viluppuram district, around 10 lakh people gathered. And now you can see, it was expected that 1.5 lakh would gather, but now it is more than 1.5 lakh, I can tell you. So this is how, the turnover is looking like. And also, it is going to be a major, it's going to be a major turn back for the 2026 elections as well.
A major turnaround there, as I mentioned, some calling it a watershed moment in Tamil Nadu politics, akin to what happened in 1967 and perhaps in 1977 as well, when MGR and his AIA-DMK swept across Tamil Nadu. That is what Vijay is promising to do, and many will be watching his speech very, very closely. For his strategy, Jakshi, for 2026 assembly polls would also be crucial. And then comes the big alliance question. Which party will he be siding with? Which would be his ally for 2026? Is he going to fight alone? If yes, he's going to cut into, as you mentioned, about 4-5% of the vote share. And will that vote share come out from DMK or AIA-DMK? Which party will be hurt the most as a result of TVK? I think that's also a crucial thing to watch out for.
Yes, that's a big question mark right now because, till today, Vijay has been continuously making statements and he's continuously been telling that he would be contesting individually, and he also made a statement that, he has spread a message to all the people in Tamil Nadu. Recently, while he had launched his membership app also, he has made it very clear that, the people of Tamil Nadu has to choose the right governance. And he himself has stated that he will be, contesting individually. But now the question mark, I think the question mark is going to end today because, and in today's speech, the major announcement is about the alliance. So we'll have to wait and see with whom he is going to make the alliance and with whom he is going to share his oath. And that's going to turn around, which is going to have like 5% in 2026 election. That will be a crucial for DMK as well as BJP and AIDMK because on one hand, DMK is started campaigning with their membership drives and their schemes. They've started increasing their schemes, door-to-door campaigns. Is happening. On the other hand, AIDMK, BJP AIDMK alliance, Edappadi Palaniswamy, the leader of opposition of the of Tamil Nadu, is campaigning for the past 1.5 months now, where he is continuously going to each district by district, area by area. He is going and he's pulling out the crowd. So now that Vijay has come out with his second state conference, where you can see that large number of crowd is being gathered over here. So now it's a big question mark, and it's a huge, it's very crucial that we'll have to see with whom he is going to announce his alliance.
Absolutely, that alliance question will be important. Will Vijay's TVK be the third formidable opposition to DMK and AIADMK? I think a lot of clarity on that question will also come in just a few minutes from now. But on your screens right now, Vijay being flanked by his supporters, his party workers, and they're in huge number, as Ajakshi was pointing out. Initially, it was believed that they would be about 1 lakh, later about 1,50,000. But if any rough estimate basis what we are looking at right now is to go by, it is in lakhs already, and people are still thronging into that venue for a second conference. So this is the start of a political, not just a party, but also a legacy perhaps that Vijay will have to carry on his shoulder, given that people are already putting their support behind his back. So, also something very interesting to point out to Ajakshi, and that has also come by the way of, the people he's garlanding there and all the major people that he's supporting that as far as the legacy of Anna or MGR is concerned, he's made it very clear. It does not belong to any one political party. It's the Dravidian legacy, and it's the legacy of all people of Tamil Nadu. So he's not going to shy away from taking symbols or symbolisms away from existing political parties.
Well, see, this is not the first time that we are seeing that he is garlanding the founder of DMK, Annadurai, and the founder of AIDMK, MGR, because he's also garlanded Periyar as well. You can see that he believes in the Periyarism. Because now that, he, in today's conference also, we can see that the banners, that the arches, which is beautifully put up, where you can see that, Vijay is standing with Annadurai and MGR, and few of the arches where you can see that Vijay is standing with Periyar and Annadurai. So he is never going to let go of the Dravidian, culture, because this is a legacy where he is also, being an actor, he is invoked legacies and leaders like DMK, like I mentioned, like founder Annadurai from DMK and AIDMK founder MGR. Like you also mentioned that in 1967 when DMK formed a government, and in 1977 when AIDMK formed a government, and now he has made it sure that in 2026 he would form the government. So this is the title, that he is giving. This is
absolutely.
Not only
in fact,
this,
Ajakshi, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are already posters of Vijay on the Chief Minister's seat, huge banners and posters everywhere in and around Madurai and in various other parts as well.
this is not something new, because in the recent core committee meeting which happened at the TVK headquarters in Paniyur, where the executives of the TVK had, held a meeting, a core committee meeting, and where they decided that they would be, they decided and they announced, from TVK, Vijay would be the chief minister candidate. That's where you can see that a lot of people in the crowd as well are holding banners and pamphlets where they're showing the posters showing that the chief minister Vijay being the chief minister candidate. So these kind of which are continuously being made, and also you can see that in the latest statements and the letters that he has been issued, also, where you can see that the Tamil Nadu TVK chief minister candidate Vijay. This is how it has been mentioned. So yes, they have made it very clear, TVK has made it very clear that Vijay would be the chief minister candidate for 2026 elections.
All right. Terjak, also give me a reality check. What's the pulse out there with people when we talk about Vijay and TVK? What are the chances that, either Vijay will be a kingmaker or he'll be the king himself? What are you reading? What are you feeling when speaking to locals? What's the fan fervor like for Vijay?
The pulse that we're looking out over here is already the people who have gathered over here at Madurai, where the people have gathered, at the location. They're all very clear that, they've made a clear statement that the 2026 game changer is Vijay. They're using this word called game changer, where they're saying that, 2026, no matter what, Vijay is going to be the chief minister. So these kind of pulses we are, getting from the ground, because they are so sure that Vijay will be the game changer and he will become the chief minister, and he will definitely not act as a chief minister, but he will definitely prove that he is the right chief minister for Tamil Nadu. These are the pulses we are getting from the ground.
All right, will be the chief minister as far as TVK is concerned, pulse on the ground strongly in favor of Vijay. His supporters there gathered in large numbers, as you can see on your screens. We're getting you live visuals from Madurai, where TVK chief Vijay is conducting his second conference. And as far as his political lineage is concerned, and the statements that he's made in the past, Vijay, thereby making it very clear by the way of his criticism that he is neither likely to ally with BJP nor DMK. In fact, if we are to go by some of his statements, he's said very clearly that he is not in favor of BJP alignment, because at the center he's accused them of exploiting religious sentiments. At the same time, he's also criticized the DMK government for their proposed greenfield airport near Parandur. So he is made it very clear that as far as his political, allies is concerned, he is neither a supporter of the DMK nor is he a supporter of BJP. It's going to be extremely tricky for him to ally with one party or the other, but that would be important for him right ahead of 2026 if he is to meet his aspirations of becoming the chief minister. Jakshi, in your understanding, from I'm sure having spoken to a lot of experts, what are you getting? Do you think he is more likely to ally with AIA-DMK at this point? But given AIA-DMK's perhaps future alliance with BJP going forward, would that also thwart plans of AIA-DMK and TVK to come together to fight 2026 elections?
Well, he has made it very clear that he will not be allying with either DMK or BJP. Now that the question mark over here is whether he is going to align with AIDMK or not, because AIDMK is already aligned with BJP currently, for the 2026 elections, where recently EPS has also criticized Vijay, for that he will not be, aligning with TVK. So the confusion that bringing over here is he is not ready to align with DMK. He's not going towards BJP. Now I don't think he's going towards AIDMK also. But now there's a big question mark whether any of the DMK aligned parties are planning to have a change and are planning to go align with TVK. That is a big question mark. So we'll have to, wait for today's Vijay speech. Only then we will get a clarity on whom he's going to align, or is he going to individually contest in the 2026 elections? Because, he has been continuously saying that he will not support BJP or DMK. But he is also saying that in 2024, in his first state conference, where he has openly called the other parties for the alliance, he himself has said that he himself will not go and ally with any other party, but he has openly called for an alliance. So we'll have to see which party is going to align with TVK, because this TVK, like you can see that it is pulled up a large crowd. I can tell you, large crowd, because this pulling up the amount of crowd that currently Vijay has pulled out is something which is very massive. I can tell you, because now that TVK is the party where you can see that Vijay, being an actor come politician, there are few cadres who are still seeing him like a actor. There are few cadres who are looking at him as a politician. So now it is a question mark where he is going for alliance, or which party is going to align with TVK. So we'll have to wait and watch in his speech what will he announce, and we are all waiting for the big announcement that he will be doing it today.
Tejashi, given Tamil Nadu's political history, it's not difficult to see a leader coming from cinema, or somebody who's excelled in cinema, to become a great big leader in the regional politics in Tamil Nadu. There are many past precedents of that. But stay with us, my colleague. I'm given to understand Krishna Kumar also is joining us from the newsroom. Krishna, we're looking at a massive rally on our screens right now. Fans of Vijay have thronged that venue in Madurai from all across Tamil Nadu. It is, if anything, a testimony to what Vijay would do to Tamil Nadu's politics by the way of, serious challenge to ruling dispensation.
But, you just mentioned that it's not surprising that you have an actor from the film industry who is becoming a politician, vying to be the next chief minister of the state. Even, Tamil Nadu, it's with its long history of people from the film industry who went on to become chief ministers. This will seem like, oh, it's one more. But the fact of the matter is that ever since Jayalalitha, the former chief minister, the late Jayalalitha, we haven't had any major film stars actually enter the fray, the political landscape, and make a bid for the elections. Rajinikanth, for all the hype and talk, eventually scuttled out of his political foray and chose to not finish his entire political foray. Did not bother contesting elections, leave alone anything else. So in that sense, there's been a long gap. You had Kamal Hassan too make an attempt, but then his political party has not gone anywhere. He himself lost his own seat in the last election. So in that sense, there has been a huge pause, despite the giants in the Tamil film industry who could have easily made their political forays very successful, failing. You have the next generation of stars. After the generation of Rajinikanth and Kamal Hassan, the next generation of star, which is Talapati Vijay, who is making this big foray into politics. The party got launched in 2024. Here we are in 2025, looking ahead to the elections in 2026. So Vijay there, in the course of the last year or two, picking up some of the major issues that affect the people of Tamil Nadu, and in fact, he's been doing that even before he launched his political party. To be fair, but then going on an overdrive, especially over the last 1 year, picking up important issues,
right,
and staking a claim to the fact that he is the rightful heir, the next gen politician that the people of Tamil Nadu need and deserve.
Absolutely, the rightful next generation politician that people of Tamil Nadu clearly are loving him at the moment. If crowds are anything to go by, people in lakhs have arrived at his conference in Madurai. Jakshi was pointing out, Krishna, that he could likely affect about 5% vote share for any political party in 2026 elections in Tamil Nadu, which essentially means either he's going to be a king maker or he's going to be the king himself. Now, he wants to be king if posters are anything to go by. TVK wants him to be the chief minister. And so today, perhaps we'll also get some clarity on where TVK will ally going forward.
Yeah. strangely, so far TVK has kept itself aloof from any kind of alliances. They've never, spoken about the fact that they will be in alliance with either the DMK or the ADMK or the BJP. TVK and Vijay has been constantly talking about the fact that they are a new outfit altogether. They're not from the same politics as was before, because they're new. They have new intentions in mind, and to present the fact that they are new, they've so far kept themselves extremely aloof. But the fact of the matter is, it's a new fledgling of a party. There are, for state elections, over 230 seats that are there in Tamil Nadu. It will be, first of all, TVK has said that they will contest across all seats, because they will need to do that if they want to, make their party chief, Vijay, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu. So to be able to create success across over 230 seats in Tamil Nadu is a big challenge for a state that has had the DMK and the ADMK as alternating powers for 4 decades. For a brand new party to make a dent is going to be a big deal. But then again, it's a new world out there as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. There is no Kalaignar Karunanidhi, there is no Jayalalitha. Those stalwarts have left us. It is all about what's going to happen in the future and what the people of Tamil Nadu want to choose as their future. So as far as those 5% predictions go, I'm not sure. That's just, at this stage, in a lot of speculation, very difficult to put a percentage number on how much, he can get, because the fact of the matter is that Vijay is going to be playing across caste categories and across communities, and try to garner as many votes as possible through his fan base and through people who've loved him all these years. So it'll be interesting to see how much of a dent that Vijay can make, because bear in mind, today he is doing a new political party in the social media age, where it's far more easier to reach out across to people than it was, say, 10-20 years ago. So in that sense, Vijay has an advantage. There is the AI age, which is also a problem. There is the digital age, so he can reach out to more people. But as far as the final number goes, what kind of a percentage vote that he's going to get from Tamil Nadu, that's anybody's guess at the moment, Shweta.
Absolutely. Only rough estimates coming at the moment basis his popularity in Tamil Nadu. I also have to ask you if historical context and historical perspective is anything to go by. You mentioned that power has been shifting between AIA, DMK and DMK for the past 4 decades, but there have been watershed moments earlier as well. In 1977, when MGR decided to break away from DMK and swept across Tamil Nadu, nobody would have anticipated. I think the real question would be, Krishna, if Vijay has what it takes to be an MGR.
Oh, those are big shoes to fill. You're talking about a man called MGR who won 4 back-to-back elections, Shweta. It hasn't happened before. The moment he chose to contest elections, he became chief minister. Straight from actor, he goes into politics, starts his own party. He is part of politics as part of the DMK, as the face of DMK, helps the DMK win elections, decides to break away, start a new party, brand new party, and immediately win the elections and become the chief minister. That is unprecedented. I mean, that's unprecedented in the country. I think that's unprecedented in the world. So, comparing Thalapathy Vijay to, MGR is like, oh my God, it's too big a comparison. Very difficult for Vijay to be another MGR. But, the other comparisons that you can make are other actors who formed political parties and managed to win seats in elections, like Vijay Kant, Captain Vijay Kant, late Vijay Kant, who managed to garner quite a significant electoral success. In fact, was allied with the AIA-DMK at one stage in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. The question now is that can he do better than Vijay Kant? Will be a better question to ask than whether we'll be able to, repeat what MGR was able to do back in the day.
All right, well, huge shoes to fill there as far as legacy is concerned. So we'll have to wait and see to what extent he's able to sweep through the electorate in Tamil Nadu. But, as far as his political campaign, it's a 2-year-old party. And obviously, to fill candidates in over 200 seats, it's going to be a tough task for Vijay. But if you look at the image of the party that he's been trying to build over the past 2 years, is that he's worshipping from Annadurai to MGR, and he's basically stealing symbols and symbolisms of other parties as well, essentially saying that this is Dravidian culture and it has nothing to do with one political party.
Well, the word Dravidian itself would be not the right word to use for them, because they named their party as Tamilaga Vetri Kalagam, which translates to Tamil Nadu Victory Party. There's a lot of debate within Tamil Nadu as is about this Dravidian identity, because when that word came about and when those parties were formed, bear in mind DMK the Dravida Munnetra Karagam, or the Dravidian Welfare Party, was originally an intellectual party, not a political party, called DK, called Dravida Karagam, because that was time when the intellectuals, in Madras of that time, thought of it as one Dravidian nation, one Dravidian land, and one common people. It came from that, but strangely, it was only the DMK that went on to be a DMK, Dravida Munnetra Karagam, and eventually the breakaway party of MGR became ADMK as Anna Dravida Munnetra Karagam, ADMK, Anna being the founder of the DMK himself. So in that sense, the word play is different now with Vijay. Vijay is batting for a Tamil identity, because bear in mind, a Dravidian party by its own logic should be able to contest elections across South Indian states. But how is it possible that you call yourself a Dravidian party, but you're only located only in Tamil Nadu? Your influence begins and ends in Tamil Nadu. So there's a lot of debate and conversations surrounding it, and that is the reason why there is not just Vijay's Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam. There's also another party called the Nam Tamilar Katchi, or the NTK, which is also headed by a filmmaker called Seeman, where he's again stressing on the identity of Tamil identity, because he's like, there is nothing called as Dravidian right now, because there's a Telugu people, there is Kannada people, there's Malayalam people, and we are Tamil. And we are here as a Tamil political party to speak to the people of Tamil Nadu, and they're very specific about that. So in that sense, Thalapathy Vijay naming his party as Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam also means that he's trying to break away from that branding of Dravidian, also breaking away from the past as well, as far as politics is concerned, and promising something new, something that's specific and tailored to the needs and desires of the Tamil people of the state of Tamil Nadu. So that is what he is going for, so to speak, with his political strategy, Shweta.
Absolutely. Trying to challenge legacies there. That's what Vijay is doing. At the moment, we're looking at visuals of him being thronged by his supporters, his party workers, and currently he is on that rally where he is hoping to meet and shake hands with all the people who've gathered at that mega venue with lakhs of people coming on his call and beckon and joining that conference in Madurai. The roads have been jammed. Many people could be seen walking, in fact, for several kilometers for that matter to reach the venue. And men, women, supporters in significant numbers, Krishna, joining on Vijay's commands. He is expected to, of course, set the stage for 2026 Tamil Nadu elections and what is in store as far as TVK is concerned. I have to ask you, Krishna, what's the pulse of the people as far as Vijay's popularity is concerned? I mean, a lot is lost between what we see on our screens by the way of massive crowd that we are looking at versus when people actually turn out to vote. In your assessment, Krishna, are people actually taking Vijay seriously? Are they likely to vote for him? Are people excited about alternative to traditional old politics and looking at Vijay, perhaps somebody who's brand new, who's young, and who's likely to change the course of Tamil Nadu politics going forward?
That is the hope, Shweta. All that you said just now, that is the hope, changing the course of politics in Tamil Nadu. That is the hope from Vijay. The fact of the matter is that these crowds on your screens that you're constantly describing, are an idea of the kind of following he has, are the kind of, gives you a symbolic of the kind of love he has, garnered from people through his work in movies all these years. And bear in mind, they're not just about making movies that are fun and entertaining, but also sending out important social messages, political messages through those commercial mass masala movies that he does, and entertaining not just one section of the population, but entertaining across the board, making movies for families that they can come and watch, which means that his fan base is across age groups and across communities, so which bodes well for him technically. But his biggest strong point will be the young voter, because you're talking about a generation of voters now who grew up idolizing Thalapathy Vijay. They were the generation that was born well after the peak of, the Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan, they were hitting. To be fair, Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan are still making multi-100 crore rupee movies as we speak. But the fact of the matter is that there is, from Gen Z onwards, so to speak, you can confidently say that, they are all people who grew up idolizing Thalapathy Vijay first when they were kids. My generation, millennials, we grew up idolizing Kamal Haasan or Rajinikanth. Take your pick, whichever is your choice. Because there were two different things altogether. People who supported Kamal Haasan were hardcore Kamal Haasan fans. People who supported Rajinikanth were hardcore Rajinikanth fans. As far as Thalapathy Vijay is concerned, from that generation of people, Gen Z onwards, he's got a very good stronghold. Gen Z onward, which means
so
that
so perhaps first-time voters, second-time voters are likely to vote for Vijay more.
I mean, likely. I mean, it's all speculation. It's all conjecture. That's
all
the
likely.
Hope. That's the hope that he's coming to the elections with. That that's where he will be able to get a lot of voters. He's using social media. A lot of promotions are being done. So he's hoping that that generation, first-time voters and second-time voters, they will be the ones that will give him the right boost. But to win an election in Tamil Nadu, it's not enough if you just get the Gen Zs. And it's not a movie. For a movie to become a hit, yes, you need the Gen Z audience coming and packing movie theatres, across the board. That's not just Tamil Nadu, that's Hindi, it's everywhere. You saw a Hindi film called Sayara doing so well recently simply because the Gen Z loved the movie. And Vijay's movies are also loved by Gen Zs, and they pack theatres because of it. But that will definitely not be enough to win elections in Tamil Nadu, Shweta. Let me tell you that he will need the support across age groups. And the question you asked is very important. Will he be taken seriously? The more specific question would be, will he be taken seriously by the older voters who are used to voting for Karunanidhi, who are used to voting for Jayalalitha, who last voted for MK Stalin, who even saw value and virtue in Edappadi Palaniswamy, the AIADMK chief minister who took over after the demise of J. Jayalalitha. Those voters who had these huge gargantuan personalities in their mind when they went to the polling booth, will they vote for Thalapathy Vijay? That is the big question.
That is of course the big question. Vijay, they're of course hopeful that many of his fans, his supporters who throng the cinema halls every time his movie is on, are also likely to vote for him, and that's exactly what is leading to that momentum as far as that conference in Madurai is concerned. Krishna, stay with us. Let me quickly get a reaction from Thoya Jakshi, who's also tracking that rally very, very closely. Thoya Jakshi, Vijay likely to speak anytime soon?
Well, yes, Shweta, Vijay is likely to speak around 5 o'clock because currently the party executives are speaking, giving their point of view about the party. So currently, the Pushyananda, the General Secretary of TVK, has already spoken. Now we're all expecting that Vijay would speak in between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. because his speech is the longest speech where most of the important announcement is going to take place, Shweta.
All right, about 5 o'clock is when Vijay is likely to speak, Krishna, and perhaps that's the clarity we'll need on whether TVK, which has been opposing DMK, has also been opposing BJP, has not been giving any hints to whether it's going to ally with one political party or not, or whether it's going to run independent going into 2026 Tamil Nadu elections. We'll get more clarity on that come 5 o'clock this evening.
That's right, clarity about everything from what is going to be his actual strategy as far as election strategy is concerned. So far, we've understood, he's been giving us ideas of what the party stands for, what he stands for, what he's looking to do to the people of Tamil, looking to do for the people of Tamil Nadu. All that has come through. But how will they strategize for elections? Because that is going to be more crucial than anything else. Because winning elections is a completely another ball game altogether. You need to be an election machinery that is able to mobilize workers, mobilize voters, right down to that booth level. This will be the test of how good is his party when it comes to booth level politics, on ground presence, how well they're able to connect with the people from the smallest of villages in Tamil Nadu to the biggest of cities in Tamil Nadu. So this will be a test of Vijay, and in that sense, this particular conference, the second state conference of Tamizhaga Vetri Karagam, if he's able to lay out that roadmap and say exactly, we're going to be contesting in 234 constituencies, all constituencies of Tamil Nadu for state elections. We are going to be going this, phase by phase in terms of what we're going to do. Is he going to be putting out all of that? Because I doubt that, because why would he want to give away his playbook, at the state conference? It is, I think, more than anything else, this is about making a statement and letting people know that what he's capable of. If he's just going to hold a state conference, visuals on his screens tell you the answer. That's the number of people who's going to come. So that is a show of strength for the second time. And more importantly, he will be able to tell his own followers as to what his plans are. Fingers crossed, we'll know what it is.
Absolutely. I think we'll be getting some sense and clarity on what his plans are, and perhaps in just about half an hour from now when he addresses that crowd, and it's a huge gathering there, Krishna, about a lakh and a half people were what was what the expectations were initially, but that crowd seemed to be swelling up with each passing minute, each passing hour, and the message that we're getting through Ajakshi telling us that people are now coming in large numbers, so crowds there beating all expectations. But let's quickly understand what TVK's political ideology has been so far, and the way Vijay has been communicating on what he wants to do and what he wishes to do as far as his party is concerned. Now he's hit at BJP time and again, and he said that BJP at the centre is exploiting religious sentiments, and he said, and I quote, "While such toxic behavior strategies may work elsewhere, they will never succeed in Tamil Nadu." So he's made it very clear that I'm not going to go by the appeasement route. I'm not going to be a party for one people or a party for Hindutva for that matter. And we are going to be a party that talks about Tamil, that talks about Tamil people. But clearly that is going to rattle at least a lot of parties forward on what TVK can do and to what extent it can promise and deliver, and whether people are going to buy it, whether electors will finally buy it or not.
Now, to start with, the Hindutva politics never worked in Tamil Nadu. It doesn't require Vijay to say it in as many words that, I'm not going to follow it. He's not following it simply because it's not going to work in Tamil Nadu. If Hindutva, ideology worked in Tamil Nadu, I'm sure TVK and Vijay will also use it to their benefits, because Shweta, it's all about winning elections. Whether you use Hindutva politics, caste politics, legacy politics or non-legacy politics, you're going to use something that can really turn the people in your favor. So why doesn't Vijay, talk about, Hindutva politics in great light? Simply because he knows that people of Tamil Nadu have rejected it already. It doesn't work for BJP. In fact, the BJP itself is trying to remodel its whole communication strategy when it comes to Tamil Nadu and not be this Hindutva party, because that line, that narrative does not work in Tamil Nadu, has not worked, is not working. Very doubtful it will work going forward, because it's a state where nearly 90% of people are Hindus. We are about 5% Christians and 5% of Muslims. So in that sense, Hindutva is not the bone of contention as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. It's an irrelevant debate in itself as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, because bear in mind, the DMK as a party is not anti-Hindutva. It is an atheist party. So in that sense, they don't, it is a completely different political ideology that doesn't exist in the rest of the country, so to speak. It's a party that the core of the party is atheism. So in that sense, Vijay, I'm guessing, is not going that route simply because atheism again is associated with Dravidianism, and he's trying to delineate his politics and his philosophies and his ideology away from that entire Dravidian branded ideology. So I'm not sure if he's going to go take after neither Hindutva is he going to go for, nor is he going to go for atheism.
Absolutely.
He's going to go for something in the middle, more moderate, and more talk about welfare for the people of Tamil Nadu more than anything else.
Absolutely. Welfare politics is what is expected. And if we are to go by his previous statements, which he's made time and again, it's about core issues. And if I were to ask you, Krishna, at this point, we're sitting a few months before 2026 Tamil Nadu elections, what would be those core issues for the people of Tamil Nadu? What are they going to be voting for in 2026?
Well, definitely, as far as one of the core issues, recently, if you've seen, law and order is an important issue. It's always been an important issue. Jobs, economy, growth, because it's a state recently that posted over 11% economic growth, double the growth of the country as a whole. So, economics is going to be very important. And how much of that growing economics is reaching the lowest common denominator, the poorest of people in society? How is he able to ensure that all the welfare that the state as a whole is seeing is distributed well across different strata of society, and how he is able to connect with them and being able to deliver what they need is going to be very important, because as a state, as an electorate, the Tamil electorate is unforgiving, so to speak. That is the reason why if they voted in a sweeping fashion for one party in one election, come the next elections, that party is thrown out and they vote in a sweep to another party. I'm talking about DMK and ADMK, and that's all that they've done. So it's an unforgiving electorate, so to speak, a smart electorate, so to speak. So it will be important to see how Vijay is able to deliver on these promises. Great law and order, great economic, prosperity, and more importantly, economic prosperity that's available to all inclusive, economic prosperity. That will be very important as far as, Vijay's politics is concerned. Of course, how much is able to play to the sentiments of the people of Tamil Nadu, how important language and culture is it to them, and more importantly, in an environment where the central government is seen as a force force that is, that is dominating, that is trying to dominate the people of Tamil Nadu. Will Vijay, position himself as a savior of Tamil Nadu against all forces outside of it? That will be key, Shweta.
All right, Krishna, thank you very much for putting that in perspective for us. We will be hearing, Vijay speak in just a few minutes from now, and we'll bring you all the latest details. But Vijay's politics likely to be and has to stand apart if he is to hold on to a larger electorate, and he's to position himself as a strong party going forward into 2026 Tamil Nadu elections. And we will, of course, keep tracking all the details emerging from that conference in Madurai. But time now for a very short break. We'll be back in just a bit.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9 English News.
Associate sponsor Dyna Premium Beauty Soap. पहली झलक करे खूबसूरत।
तो अपने सोने को काम पे लगाइए। आज ही कॉल कीजिए 1-800-313-1212 पर।
A small window of hope has opened for Nimisha Priya. Human beings live by hope. Is Vijay challenging Dravidian party? Payments have been made, but no books inside. If there is corruption at the BO office, maybe I want to learn Hindi, that I do not know how to speak Kannada. Go to the second part.
We don't want to have Hindi compulsion.
2 kids were asked to clean the toilet because of their caste. All these kids were forced to do it. I will clearly protest against this. 3 passes, Mr. Gowda. People rush. I'm asking you, what makes Palaniswamy so confident? We're sitting on moral boulders. Tamil Nadu seems to have become extremely unsafe.
Hi, this is Baman Irani.
Hi, this is Karishma Tanna. Hi, I'm Nushat Bharucha.
Catch this conversation on News 9.
Catch this conversation on News 9.
Catch me and this conversation on News 9.
Hi, this is Shahid Kapoor, and catch this conversation on News 9.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9 English News as it should be.